I just am.
Okay, it's mine on.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a cold. That's why I sound like this.
I'm not good with microphones.
All right, to get things started, Timos, can you give a 1-minute opening statement?
Yeah, of course. So, hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Timos Pietris, and I'm running, they're telling me cool, and I'm running for student body president. What I really wanted to say is that I know what questions you guys are going to ask me. I know that you're going to ask me what I did this year. And it's not so much what I did this year, as much as what I really learned this year. I've had a lot of conversations with people that I really respect in the past few days, and it's done a lot of self-reflecting for myself. And what I've realized throughout this year is it's not about me. It's not about the people in student government. It's about the people that they're helping. It's about you students. It's about making sure that your life here at Marist is as great as it possibly can be, because that's what's important here. It's not about what I've done. It's not about what I plan to do, other than what I plan to hear from you and what I plan to accomplish in your name, not in my name. I don't want anything in my name here at Marist. I want people to remember what I did for you guys because it mattered to you, not because it mattered to me.
Thank you. Goodman?
Okay. Well, I think first things first, obviously, everybody, thank you for coming here. And I believe that, opposed to obviously Timos, Timos has had a year to campaign, and he has had a year to campaign as student body president VP. And these were campaigning tactics, obviously. He had an opportunity, obviously, to introduce the plans that he's putting up in place now. He had 1 year. 1 year is, I don't know, 365 days, 362 days. He had one year to campaign. So today to you, I'm coming as a new candidate. I'm coming as a candidate with a vision and mission to tackle the big issues in the student government. And obviously, what's very important, which is at the core, is that opposed to very traditional means, I'm making a case for the campus to say that let's adopt a new innovative government. And voting for me, I believe, the case I'm making today is that I'm going to be this new government. Thank you.
Thank you. First question will go to Timos.
Okay.
If you're elected, what are some basic principles that will guide you as student body president?
It goes back to what I said in my opening statement. It's not about me. It's about making it about my team. And when you make it about your team, your executive board and your Senate and your judicial, you make it about the students. It's not supposed to be Timos student government. It's the student government. It's not the Pietris administration. It's Marist student government. And that's actually what I want this student government to be about. I want it to be about the students again. And I feel like that's something that's been lacking. More so, it's been building over this past year, and we've really been working. You've seen the surveys. Some of you have filled them out, and thank you for that. But in order to see change here at Marist, we need the students. We need you all to participate. And coming here tonight, you've taken the first step. You've made an effort. You've invested in us, whoever is to win. You've made an investment into us, and now you want to see it through. You cast your vote, and now you want to see it through. You want to see us make an accomplishment for you. You want to see change, real change here at Marist. So it's all about spreading the love from one to another. That's what my administration will be about. Spreading the love and ensuring that your school is the best it can be.
Thank you. Goodman, same question.
Okay, same question. Well, starting from the very campaign analysis, the campaign analysis that we can do between me and Timos is that campaigns are a reflection of how a person will go into government and make a change. And Timos' campaign has been solely on him. For example, we can see with the videos, there is no VP. We can see with some of the campaign material he used, there's no VP. That is a huge reflection that this campaign is between one thing. There are people that want to go into government to be something, and there are those that want to go into government and do something. And I believe that he wants to go into government and just be something. And we can see from that will translate into his government, where he gives other members out and just be the sole character. But what are the guiding principles that are going to lead in the government? One is the whole issue of excellence. One thing that I value more is excellence. As we've seen with our campaign plan, we've highlighted many things that Marist is lacking, and we want to instill the whole issue of excellence. We are saying that if you are talented enough if you have the courage to actually come up with the ideas and be very effective with these ideas, we're going to appoint you and you're going to get the work done. And there are other values, obviously, the value of honesty, which is integrity, and then making sure, obviously, that there is very, very, very strong leadership. Again, campaign analysis indicates that Timos is a one-man show. Thank you.
Thank you. Timos, would you like to offer your rebuttal?
Yes. First off, I'd like to say I'm mildly offended that instead of talking about the students, it's coming to me as a person. The question wasn't what your analysis on the campaign was. The question was based on the things that you want your student donors to be following on. But that aside, Summer and I are together in this campaign. There are no campaign materials. The posters that you see, the pictures that you send me of my silly face on your tables or my silly face on your walls, is also Summer's silly face on the walls. It's about us. And if there's another thing that I've learned this year, it's a group effort. It's not one person's student government. It's all about delegation. It's all about working with your senators, working with your executive board, and ensuring success together. That's all I got.
Thank you. Goodman, do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I just have one comment. I cannot sit here and appeal to a false message and tell you it's about you, it's about you, it's about you. These students have had the opportunity to actually see a campaign. And as I said, our campaigns are a reflection of what we'll do in the student government. And my campaign and Brandon's campaign has been about the students. We've been putting students forward to show what is it that they want. We've been putting students at the core to the message that we're bringing. And the difference between me and Tim was when he says it's not about us, it is about us. We are the candidates. We are running to the student body president. It's about us and it's about the students too. So if you're saying that we should not be tackling you, your character is important. You're going to be the leader. You've had the year to prove that, and you want to go for another 2 years. So you need to make a case for us. Why is it that you're running for another year? Thank you.
Thank you. I think we should move on to the next question.
Thank you.
This one will start with Goodman. If elected as president, what would your administration's first order of business be?
Okay. So first things first. Marist is going to be at a very, very, very interesting moment if we are elected, me and Brandon are elected to student government. That is Marist will lead and has served the campus for many, many years. And that is a very unique time for new changes to come. So one thing that we'll do, we'll create a new legacy. And we'll create a new legacy not only for the students, but we'll create a legacy for the upcoming years and the upcoming president of the school. But one thing that we want to do, which is part of our plan, is to actually reform the identity of the student government. We feel that across the United States, many colleges have been doing very well. They've been at a very trailblazing standard, and we feel that the student government leadership has been very apathetic. They've created this apathy around campus, that people are not even interested to run the student government. And we feel that one thing that's very reflective of that is the fact that we are the only positions that are running unopposed. He is not worried about that, but I am. That means that students are not interested in the student government, and we want to actually change that. Reform the student government first. That would be our priority.
Thank you. Timos, you have a minute and a half.
First, I'd like to touch on the question. The first initiative is, as Goodman said, to work with student government. As I detailed in my plan that most of you have seen, one of the steps is to reform the Club Affairs Committee and to ensure that you students get the clubs that you want to have on campus. Although we are restricted on our budget on the amount of clubs that we can have here, it's important that the clubs that are here at Marist serve the students. The second is to allow the students to have a greater voice in student government. The power of the president is to allow students to be on any committee here at Marist. It's one of the sections in the Constitution, Section 2, point D, I believe, that says the student body president reserves the right to appoint any student to any standing administrative, faculty, or student committee. And in my time as student body president, if elected, I'll ensure that all important committees on this campus that affect student life will have a student on that committee in order that students' voices are heard. With the new building, the new housing building being built, no student was asked what they wanted to see out of that building. And when you said that I wasn't concerned about being the only contested role, that's far from the truth. I believe that there should be more students active in student government. When I ran in my freshman year for freshman class president, there were 12 people running, and that was a great thing.
Thank you. Goodman, you have 45 seconds to rebuttal.
Yeah, one thing very interesting he just said now is that he's saying that he's wondering why is it there was a building built and no student was asked. We should be asking him this question. He's the current VP. How in the world did they build a building and he doesn't know this? So this is a true indicator to students and to us that we cannot re-elect anybody who has no idea what's happening in the school. It's just that simple. Thank you.
Thank you. Timos?
I believe that there's a misconception which I think stems from an inexperience in student government. There's things on this campus that have no control, that student government have no control over. The Marist Master Plan, raise your hand if you've seen the Marist Master Plan in full detail. The current one?
See about 4 years.
I know. My real question is, how many of you have worked with the master plan in order to see it? I spoke today with Brother Sean Sam, who sits on the board, and said that the master plan is not given so that students are not able to say what they don't like about the master plan. This is someone that sits on the board. It is not shown to students because they don't want you to fight it.
Thank you. Goodman, would you like to offer a brief rebuttal to that?
Yeah, obviously he has appealed to the whole issue of me being inexperienced. There is no correlation whatsoever to experience and whether a person can be successful or not. You can have the experience that he has, which has shown that it's not successful. And appealing to the idea that when one has an experience, they're an effective. Facebook was built from a dorm group and it became the most successful tech company in the world. So that is just flawed. There is one thing that I want to highlight, which is obviously that I strongly believe that his